Hey there, it's Diane Forster, and welcome to I Have Today. This is the live weekly series where we inspire, educate, and empower you through life's transitions. And each week on this show, we talk about relevant topics to your life to help you live intentionally the I Have Today way. And this week, I am in the studio by myself, and I am going to talk about a subject that I absolutely love to talk about, which is manifestation. It's my most favorite topic. I have mastered the art of the law of attraction and manifestation, and I've learned so much in my years of doing this work, and I want to impart this on you. I'm going to make this show special because what I want to do is I want you to know the power of your words. Your words are so important. So the name of this episode is How Your Words Affect Your Life. And so if any of you have ever worked with me in the past or watched this show before or seen me speak or read my book, you know that what we're thinking is creating the way that we're feeling, which is creating the way we're communicating, which is creating what's showing up in our lives. This is the way law of attraction works. And what I love about law of attraction is that it is so precise, it is so accurate, and it never shuts off. It's a constant. It's just like the law of gravity. And that's what a lot of people don't really understand. If you think about that, you never question the law of gravity. If I have this pen in my hand, I'm going to drop it, and in a split second, it's going to hit the ground. If you jumped out of a window, you would fall and hit the ground, right? We would never question it. Well, law of attraction is the same exact way. The moment you're thinking something, feeling it, and speaking it, it's showing up in your life. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to highlight the power of words in this episode today, where we could talk about a lot of things on really to hone in and powerfully tune up your manifestation skills. Words is one of the most powerful ways to do that. So I want you to know how to get everything that you want in your life. And I'm not kidding, everything that you want without the struggle or the hard work by using your words. Now, I know that's a big, bold promise, but people do it all the time. Have you ever noticed how the top 1% of the population is making the 96% of the money out there? That's because that 1% of the population understands the law of attraction and uses it in their lives every single day. So I want to give you some tools and resources so that you can do the same thing. All right? Does that sound good? Hey, you guys, I see you out there. I want you to know we're switching things up a little bit today. We're using a little different platform, and I want you to ask questions. I want you to add your comments and give hearts, likes, all that good stuff. And if you've got anything out there that's a challenge and you want me to laser coach you, let me have it. Bring it on, okay? All right. So I want you to now first stay to the end of the show today because I'm giving away not one, but 2 free gifts. And then I want to tell you about a very special opportunity that's going on here at I Have Today. All right. So promise me you'll stick around till the end. And then I also want you to turn off all your other distractions. So stay focused, stay present with this. It's so powerful and it's so important. Just, turn the ringer off on your phone. Stay focused with me, shut the TV off or put it on mute so that you can really be involved in this conversation and this time that we're sharing together. All right. Sound cool? All right, great. And, sometimes I share this, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's a wine drinking night. And tonight I felt like having a glass of wine. Right, Kelly? I had a really good day. But tonight I'm having some fun because it's just me in the studio. And if you're listening to this instead of watching it, feel free to hit the pause button and go get yourself a glass of wine too. Because it's all about today, right? We only have right now. So here's to you. Taking a little sip. All right. So if this is the first time that you are seeing this and you don't know who I am, I'm going to give you a little brief snippet of who I am and tell you a little bit about my story and how I got to do what I'm doing as founder of I Have Today and having this TV show and all the other things that are going on with me. A very short snippet of my story is this. You know, I worked in corporate America for 32 years. I lived in LA and worked in the ad business. And then I lived in Chicago for 24 years and I worked in television sales. And that was my corporate background. And while I was there, I came up with an idea for a kitchen product back in 2009, and one thing led to another. And my mantra the whole time after I came up with this crazy idea was, I just want to see where this goes. Literally the words that came out of my mouth. And so I took one foot in front of the other and followed this process. Well, it ended up winning me an innovation award and got me on QVC, and all this crazy magic happened. But it opened my eyes up to entrepreneurship. But I have today is about my personal journey. And without getting into all the details, I'm happy to share it in I write about it in my book. I'm totally an open book about it. But I was really living a very unfulfilling life in a marriage with a man where we loved each other, but we weren't in love with each other. And it was a secret I kept hidden to the outside world for 2 decades. And so it slowly but surely was eating away and chipping away at my soul and spirit. And so while everything looked good on the outside, deep inside I was imploding. And I attempted to take my life back in 2011. And I don't skirt over that lightly. Believe me, I don't. I know how important that is. I've just healed from it so profoundly, and it's so much a part of who I used to be. And I bless that moment and understand what a gift that moment was, because it got me out of that life and living that way into what I'm doing now. And so, so what happened then in that moment is I really was awakened, started seeing a therapist, started my personal development and my spiritual awakening and my self-help journey, and lots of things were going on for me. And I really immersed myself in it. And what I discovered about 6 months into that journey was what I was doing wasn't happening fast enough. And while I had all these great teachers and philosophers and leaders helping me, I am a student of life, and and I'm a hacker, and I'm into leverage. And I thought, how can I take everything that's been going on with me and what I'm learning and really use this and create this in a way that's really going to serve me in a really profound way? And so I started developing all these quick 3-step processes. And I also started dialing up my powerful manifestation skills, channeling skills, intuitive skills, writing skills, creative skills. I mean, I was like this machine just going all the time, because I had opened up that portal and that pathway, and the energy was clear for all this stuff that had laid dormant for literally probably my entire life. So it got opened wide up. And what I discovered in this was the power of owning everything that happened in my life, that nothing was outside of me. I was the one who was in control. I was the one who did it. It's never outside of us. It's always within our power. Do bad things happen? Yes, but it's how we respond to it. And if we point the finger out, or do we point the finger in? And so for me, what happened is I owned it. And I realized, oh my God, I did all this and I don't want this anymore. And I want an extraordinary life, and I'm going to do everything I can to get it. And so through that, being a student of life, I really took to the law of attraction. I understood it in a way, and well beyond the movie The Secret, which was, I don't even know how many years ago now. It's probably like 15 years ago that movie came out. And that really opened it up for a lot of people. And so for me, I just started understanding, oh my gosh, I understand how to make this work for me. And I was healing in this most profound way. I started really loving myself and accepting myself, speaking about myself in a really powerful way. And things just started shifting and moving really, really powerfully. So anyway, that is sort of my background story, a little bit about who I am and what I'm doing right now. And I have today came from that awakening because I was writing like crazy, and I would wake up in the middle of the night with these bursts of inspiration. And one night in August of 2013, about 2 years after my bathroom incident of attempting to take my life, I woke up with this poem I have today in my head. And when I finished writing it down, I thought, oh my God, this is way more than a poem. This is a movement. I have today is this multi-level platform where I can really help and serve women who don't know their self-worth and who are living in that quiet hell discover their true divinity, power, and purpose. Because I thought, if I was living this way, how many other millions of women are living this way? And so, boom, the idea and the brand was sort of birthed that day. And so since I started following this work, being a student and a lover of the law of attraction, so many doors and things have opened up for me. So what I want to impart on you tonight is the power of your words, because this is what I learned along the way. And I'm going to share 3 key secrets with you, and I'm going to share stories so you can understand how this works in your life. All right. So I want you to imagine yourself right now, before we even get going, like, let's take a second and just close your eyes and think about something that you want. No matter how big, no matter how small, if it's the love of your life, if it's a healthy body, if it's a certain number in the bank account, whatever it is, if it's a career that you love, if it's, that you find $100 bill tomorrow, like whatever it is you want, I want you to close your eyes for a minute and really be in this space of visualizing it and imagine that you have it. No attachment. You don't have to be hanging on to the how, but just think about it. And I will tell you, I do this all the time. I play this game all the time. It is so much fun. So think about what that is. Maybe write it down. Maybe write it in the comments section so I can see it. I wrote a couple of things down the other night, and one of them was a rainbow. And I went out to dinner with a friend. And when I got to the restaurant, I started reading the menu. They had the word rainbow in the menu. Just love it. And I just laugh about it. So it's so instantaneous. Like I showed you with dropping the pen, the moment you think it and speak it, it happened. The universe has already aligned everything to bring that in your energetic field. It's so powerful. You are that powerful. What gets in the way is the fear and the doubt, right? So the universe is saying, you got it. I got it. I got it. I know what you want. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. And then what we do is we get in the way instead of just allowing it. So think about what it is you want and then smile in awe and joy as it shows up in your life. And have fun, because it's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to be having fun, right? This is why I'm drinking wine. Okay. All right. So think about something that you want as you close your eyes. It doesn't matter if it's tomorrow or next year, whenever it is. I want you to hold that space, hold that visualization. And then I'm going to come back to this. All right. All right. So now let me share 3 secrets with you. All right. How to really use your words to start powerfully manifesting whatever it is you want. If it is that dream man or woman, that, insane, passionate, loving relationship, know that you can have it. Know that it's your birthright. Know that it is yours. So one of the keys that I learned was a process that I call the vocabulary replacement exercise. This is so good. I'm going to write a book about it because this is how good it is. And now let me tell you what it is. It's replacing one word with another word. So before I get into explaining the details of it and how you can actually implement this and use this in your life, I want to share a story with you, how this unfolded for me, how I discovered this process. So one morning when I was living in Chicago, I got on the train and I was going from my town in Palatine downtown to Chicago on the express train. And I ran into a friend who I hadn't seen in a while, and we sat on the train together. And I noticed pretty quickly in about a minute or 2 of the conversation that she said the word worry like 5 times in the couple of minutes we were together. And I'm so in tune and aware of this stuff. And I was like, wow, she says the word worry a lot. So I said, I'm going to play a little game with myself. I'm going to count how many times she says the word worry on this train ride. So Keep in mind, this was an express train ride. It was a 40-minute ride. This woman said the word worry 45 times in 40 minutes. 45 times. She's worried about her son doing this and her daughter doing that and this with the job and this with the boss and this with her health. And it was like bing, 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 bing. It was all around. It was like my head was spinning. So when I got there and I realized, oh my God, she said the word worry 45 times in 40 minutes. Do you know what that means? This woman is worrying every single minute of the day. Every single minute of her awake life, she's in worry. I thought, oh my God, that's so terrible. So now fast forward a few hours later, same day, I am sitting at my desk eating my lunch because it was a cold day in Chicago and I decided to, stay in for it. So I got a salad and I decided to listen to Zig Ziglar audio. I don't even remember what book it was, but if you don't know who Zig Ziglar is, he is one of the most powerful people in personal development that has ever lived. He's amazing. So I was listening to one of his audios, one of his speeches, and he said on there, did you know that up until the now, there have never been any reported cases of any American Indians who stutter? And he said, do you know why? And I'm leaning in like, why? He said, because in their language, they don't have a word for stutter. So it doesn't exist. And I thought, oh my God, wow. So now I'm putting together the thing that happened in the morning with my girlfriend with the word worry. And I'm putting together this thing about the word stutter not even existing. And the light bulb goes off. Oh my God, Diane, what if I decide to remove words out of my life that no longer serve me? What if they just don't exist for me? I don't have to carry them around. I can make this choice. How cool would it be? So that's what I did. So here, I am going to give you some words that I don't talk about anymore. And I talk about them in the speaking world, but they are not part of my world, the world that lives here, in my thought process, in my feelings, in the way I communicate, in the words that come out of my mouth. I just don't let them exist. So think about these words and how they're showing up in your life. And if they're stopping you and stalling you from getting the things that you want, all right? Number one, worry. Like she said, and my girlfriend said that day, worry is a wasted emotion. If you think about the word worry, 99% of the things that you worry about never come to fruition. It is a wasted emotion. I don't even know who the heck came up with it, but if I could take every dictionary in the world and remove that word, that would be the very first word that I removed, all right? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to replace the word worry with wonder. So instead of saying, I worry that my kids are going to be okay at school today, or I worry that, they're going to be okay in general, I worry that something bad is going to happen to them. Replace it with, I wonder if my kids are going to be happy today, if they're going to be safe and protected, that everything is going to work out well for them, that they're going to have the best day of their lives. See how different that is? How easy is it for you to just pivot the way you speak about something? You don't have to carry that around. Just because that's been in your life, that is programmed in from, imprints in your life from your parents, from your peers, from your other influencers, your teachers, the media, does not mean that you have to take on that. You have control of this. You don't have to own that. So I don't use the word worry ever. I never worry about my children. I just pray and wonder. I wonder if they're okay. I wonder if everything is good with them. I wonder if they have enough food today. I wonder if they're having a good time today. And so remove it. Remove it from your life. You don't need it. You don't have to worry that you're not going to meet the love of your life. You don't have to worry that you're going to have enough money. If you are here today and you're watching this show and you slept in a bed, had breath in your lungs, had meals today, maybe you're lucky and you're having a little wine, you have everything you need. You truly have nothing to worry about. Your past is done. You've been okay there. Don't worry about your future. You're going to have everything that you need. Just trust. So that's word number one, all right? I'm going to give you a few more examples, all right? I don't want to go too deep into this because I have so much other amazing content to share with you. All right. Next word is fear. Replace the word fear with faith. Instead of, I got a lot of fear around that, I have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. It's so easy to do, right? Next one, hate. I hate the word hate, by the way. I don't use the word hate. I just did, but I hate that word. With heart. Use your heart instead. You know, that is such an ugly word. It's one letter different. You add one extra letter to that word and you turn hate into heart. And what we are all essentially made of is love anyway. And there's only love and everything else. So focus on the heart, because this is where your mind is. This is where everything starts. When you decide to come into this world as some subatomic particle and decide through your thought and create the miraculous being that you are, the first thing that shows up for you is your heartbeat. It's the center of everything. So focus on your heart. Come from that soft place. All right? Replace your trepidation with trust. Know that everything is going to be okay. When we do this dance, this step back and forth, like, yeah, I want to do this, but oh, I don't know. Yeah, I want to go, but I don't know. But I'm so afraid. I'm not sure. That is not allowing yourself to trust. Trust that you are being divinely guided, because you are 24/7. You get these gentle nudges on your back, and it's your guidance through your life. So remove trepidation from your life and just trust. Know that you can't make a mistake. I say this all the time. There are no mistakes. There's only lessons along the way. You make a decision. If it's not the right decision, you make a new decision. And you just move and flow and ebb and weave through your life, knowing you are never, 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 ever off your path. Okay? So replace your trepidation with trust. All right. And then the last one I'm going to give you is, I want you to replace react with respond. Okay? Don't react to something. Respond to it instead. I teach a process in my book called the Emotional Energy Diffusers, and it's basically breathe, think, praise. And so before you react to something, stop for a second, take a breath. Realize that this has nothing to do with you. Whenever anything is coming at you in any way, it always has to do with what's going on with the other person. It has nothing to do with what's going on with you. You have the power to respond. So then from there, realize before you respond, this person, this event, this experience, this exchange, they are doing the best they can from where they are. This is the best they have. It's got nothing to do with me, remember? So just breathe, think, pray. So that teaches you how to respond to something. You know, and I share all this with you because I've learned this the hard way. I used to be a very reactionary person, a very judgmental person who worried a lot about everything. And I'm not kidding you when I tell you I literally had everything and I still worried. Right? It's just a different way of thinking and living. So I know what I'm talking about because I came from that to be where I am now. And this is what I've learned in all of these years. So this takes practice. And why I wanted to share those handful of words, there's many, 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 many more. And we can deep dive into this in future episodes, or if you work privately with me, I do a lot of work around this on using this process of vocabulary replacement to really change the trajectory and the outcome of your life by being consciously aware of the words that you are using. Okay. All right. Number 2 is a process I call the switch. You want to switch from one thing to another. So where we just did that replacement, now we're going to do another exercise. So this is more replace when you say I am or I was. So if you're talking about anything from your past and you don't want to carry that around into your now, or I'm always late, I'm always stressed, fill in the blank, right? And that is not a condition that you want to own anymore. What you need to replace that sentence with, which with is the person I used to be. Used to always be stressed, used to always be harried, used to always run late. But the person I am now allows for plenty of time to get where I need to go. The person I am now moves with ease and grace and calmness in every situation. So you see, I'm just flipping it around, and I'm taking what you don't like about your life, what you're manifesting into your life, and just changing the language of it. I'm literally just replacing words, right? How freaking cool is this? This is how you start to manifest your life with ease and flow. This is how things just start showing up in your life. It is crazy powerful, but this is the law of attraction at work. In its essence of what it is using language this way. Yes, there are other elements, the visualization, the feeling, and all of that, but today we're focused on words, all right? So that's another key way to do it. All right, the third way is this. All right, I want you to speak about your life as if it's already done. Speak about your life as if it's already the way you want it to be. When I talk about I Have Today, we're already a multi-billion-dollar global brand. I am not kidding. I walk around with it like that. I think about it like that. I make decisions from that place. Not 100% all the time, but most of the time. And I actually say, so you know the expression, what would Jesus do? I say, what would Oprah do? So when I'm presented with a situation, I go, what would Oprah do? You know, and then I think in my mind, oh, she's in my visual advisory board. And I'm going to share a little secret with you. Oprah's on my advisory board. Louise Hay is on my advisory board. Wayne Dyer's on my advisory board. Who else is in there? Amelia Earhart's in my advisory board. Jesus is in my advisory board. I have all these people that I imagine in my mind sitting around the table. And then I go, well, what would they do today? So I imagine and act as if and speak as if my company is already way, way bigger than it is. Because it will be. Because that's how I know this. As sure as I'm sitting here with you right now, that's how fast law of attraction works. And any of you out there that know me and have seen my growth and change. I mean, I've only been out in California for 3.5 years. I only wrote my book 2.5 years ago. You guys see how lightning quick things show up in my life, how I'm able to manifest. And it's because I use these principles in my life, which is why I want to share them with you. And I want you to start implementing them in your life. I want you to get rid of the fear and the doubt and the worry. I want you to communicate in a way as if it's already happening for you. I want you to stop saying things. This is again with this act as if. Let me share another story with you. My dad, I love you, Dad. If you're out there watching, I love you. I love my dad more than anything in this world. He had for a few years in January, he kept getting sick. My dad is 80 years old and this man runs hard. Man, he is on the go, go, go. He and his girlfriend are out to happy hour all the time. They're traveling the world. They go on 2 or 3 major trips a year, and he's on the go, go, go. Everyone says it's good to be Jack, and it is because he goes, goes, goes. Well, by the end of the holidays in January, he, for a few years, was getting really sick because he would go on these big trips, and as soon as he would come back from the big trip, he would get sick. So he started saying when he got back, well, I'm sick again. I got pneumonia. I'll be sick for the next 3 weeks. And I used to go, Dad, don't say that. Like he would project that out. And he would then lead up into the holidays and start saying, well, it's, Christmas is going to be great. And then we're going to go on this trip. And then I'm going to be sick for 3 weeks. And I would go, stop saying that. Like he would literally manifest these illnesses in his life. So I don't know if you do this. Like if you get a migraine and your last migraine lasted 3 days, or maybe the history is, this is kind of for you. Maybe the history is your migraines always last for 3 days, or they always last for, whatever the length of time is. And you say about it, well, I'm getting it right now, and I know I'm going to be laid up for the next 3 days. You're basing that on your history. You are not basing that on your now. So what you're telling the universe is, I'm going to give you this headache for the next 3 days. You're going to have this migraine for 3 days. Instead of saying, the person I used to be would have that headache for 3 days, but the person I am now knows the power of my mind, and it's going to be gone in an hour, right? And every time I get one, it's going to be gone within an hour. And then shorten it to maybe 30 minutes. Like as it's starting to manifest, because it will. This is the power of this unbelievable machine between our ears. You will do it. You can control it. So you don't have to own it. So act as if, right? Use the phrase, the person I used to be. Do the word replacement process and watch how manifestation starts showing up in your life in rapid, crazy, fun ways. So what I want to do right now is I want to go a little bit deeper into two topics. One's going to be about love, because look, it's about love and money. These are always the things that come up with me. Whenever I'm coaching with anybody, it has to do with love and money. They're either looking for love, haven't found that person, or they're in a relationship and that relationship isn't what they want it to be. They're not experiencing enough passion. Their communication is off. They're literally staying in this relationship because they're so riddled with fear on getting out of it. They're incapable of stepping away from it. And I get it, because I did it for a long, long time. So I understand it. And then the other thing is money. And here's the thing. We have so many limiting beliefs related to money, because the truth is we need money. Money is not only is it energy, it's our currency. It's our energy currency. And it's what makes everything happen in our lives is our financial situation, right? So it's so important that we talk about both of these topics. So let me talk about love a little bit first, all right? So when we sent out the email about us doing this show tonight, I talked a lot about love because love's been a really hot topic this week, right? For obvious reasons. But so much of our love that we seek, we feel disappointment with. And here's the reason why. We expect the love to come from something outside of us, and it doesn't. And this is what I learned. I was seeking the love of my former husband. I was expecting him to behave in a certain way. And what I learned on my discovery back to myself, is that the love that I was seeking was inside of me. And when I started really loving myself, unconditionally, unapologetically, for my perfect imperfection, flaws and all, knowing that I'm a constant work in progress, that gap got fulfilled. I filled it. And so I want you to first start there. If you are somebody who's looking for love, either for a partner in your life or in your relationship with someone and you're not seeking it, that is the very first place you need to look. Start loving on you. Start speaking about you in loving ways. Start focusing on you and all the things that you love about yourself. You don't have to love everything that you have about yourself, but you do need to highlight the things that you do. And when you focus on what you love, it expands into other areas. So that is step number one. Number two is with the relationship, think about how you're speaking about this. So I'm going to share another quick little story with you about someone who I know. This is a client who has been in a relationship with a man. They are not married. She is divorced. He is divorced. But they've been in a relationship for, I want to say, going on 10 years. Long time. This relationship has been a struggle for both of these people. And when I see them together, they are both talking at me, telling me what's wrong with the other person instead of what's right with them. And I would say to them, why don't you tell me what you love about her? Or why don't you tell me what you love about him? Instead of always highlighting what they don't like about each other, right? And then in private with her, she would just go through, God, I love 90% of the things about this guy, but I just can't get over this one thing. And so she's focusing all her energy and tension on the one thing that's not right. Well, guess what gets magnified? That one thing. She can't see and experience all the gifts of the other 90% of those things because she's so focused on that one thing. And here's the thing. I say to her, pretend it doesn't even exist. Give it no attention. Don't even speak about it. When I call you and I haven't talked to you and I say, hey, how's life? How's everything going? How's everything going with the two of you? Don't mention it. Only tell me all the good stuff. Because when you give attention to it and you put words to the things that you don't like, you're asking for more of it. The universe is going, here you go, here you go. Or what is the expression? Your wish is my command, all right? You don't like that about him? You don't like that he's got a dysfunctional relationship with his family? Guess what you're getting more of? Dysfunctional relationship with his family. You don't like that he's cheap with his money? Guess what you're getting? More cheapness with his money. Like, it's just law of attraction. So don't focus any of your attention on that. If this guy or this woman has so many good qualities that you're like, and I'm not saying stay with them, but while you're in the relationship, focus on those things that you like. If it becomes a point in time where it's not right, it's going to be clear. You're going to know. And then you need to use your words to empower yourself to get out of it. And by that, you go into thinking, I've always been okay. I know I'm going to be okay. I'm strong. I'm a survivor. I've never gone a day without a meal. You know, I've never had this happen to me. Like, what am I worrying about, right? So again, focus on the language. And if you're single and you're saying, God, there's no good men out there, or all the good men are gone, or I can't find anyone, or I'm too old, or dating's too hard, or I hate dating apps, guess what you're getting. I got a news flash for you. There's 7.5 billion people in this world. Or it's billion, right? 7.5 billion. There are almost 4 billion men in this world. There are men everywhere. And I had a guest on my show a couple of weeks ago who's a love expert, and she was like, "Are you kidding me? Go to Whole Foods between 7 and 7:30 at night. There's just swimming with men looking for their dinner. Like, they are everywhere." So focus on the qualities that you like in a person. Look for them in that way. Say to yourself, it's so easy for me to meet men. And this is for you guys too. If you're watching the show, same thing applies for women or same sex, whatever you're into, but there are men everywhere. I see them. It's so easy and effortless for me to attract high quality men. I was working with a client of mine once, and she's in her 60s, and she was like, God, I can't meet high quality men. And I said, well, stop saying that. And so we worked together, and I created a mantra meditation for her, and I put in all this good stuff about, oh my God, the high quality men are everywhere. Within a week of it, she had gone out on, I think, like 3 dates. She already got a dozen red roses from a man. She's like, oh my God, I'm meeting all these high quality men. It's all in the language. It's all in your words. So it does not matter what you want or what the condition of your romantic relationship is. If you start speaking about it differently, it will shift. It is law. All right. So now I'm going to focus a little bit on money. Hang with me, because as soon as I talk about money, then I'm going to share my free gifts with you, if that's all right with you. All right. So money. Here's a couple things you can do with money. Money is energy, like everything else. Money is supposed to be moving in and out. You are supposed to be spending your money. Don't hold on to it tight. Don't feel bad when the number starts to go down in the bank account. Don't feel bad when you use that last dollar bill in your wallet. Just go, oh my God, I'm spending my money. This is good, because it's energy, which means when what we put out comes back to us. And it's easy and effortless for me to make more money. Speak about money in a beautiful way. Love your money. Love it. I did a show about this, how to fall in love with your money, a few weeks ago. So if you're interested in it, you can find it on my podcast at iTunes or on DianeForster.com on the podcast page. And it's called How to Fall in Love with Your Money. So learn the art of falling in love with money there, all right? We have this scarcity mind thinking, and I get it. I got it too. You know what? We got a lot of old programming in there, but we got to speak about money act as if we have it. The person I used to be would have scarcity mind thinking about money, but the person I am now knows I don't have to struggle for it. I know that I can allow it to come. This is the thing about manifestation and law of attraction. You don't have to know anything except the what and the why. Don't worry about the how. Leave the how to the universe. Put it in a how bubble and just pop it up to the universe and go, you got this. The what is what you want, and the why is why you want it. And the reason doesn't need to be anything more extraordinary than just because I want it, because it would be fun, because it would feel good, because that's why we're here. We're here to have fun. We're here to have a joyous experience. It is not supposed to be all about struggle. You are not supposed to be working hard Monday through Friday just to live for the weekends, or to work really hard so that you can go on a vacation or two a year and take a week or two off. It's not supposed to be like that at all. So keep that in mind. Money, love, the way you spend your time is up to you. It's how you feel about it, how you think about it, how you visualize about it, and most importantly, how you are communicating about it. What words are you using? So I hope you guys are finding this helpful. All right, so what I want to do right now is I want to look in your comments section. Oh my God, you guys are leaving the best comments. Jean, thank you so much. I love your comments, honey. Happy Valentine's Day. Kathy, I see that. So you're going through that right now. Hey, Katie, how are you? I love that. I love that. I love that. Yeah, you know what? Katie just said something about bringing it all together with refinement. And here's the thing. This is what we need to do. We need to break things down and make them simple. We tend to be, a lot of us are very entrepreneurial. We're visionary. We've got a lot of creator in us. We're all creators anyway, but we have a lot of creative energy, a lot of right brain. And so we tend to go all over the place. And we can't help it because we don't think in a linear way. You know, we don't just finish a jigsaw puzzle and go, all right, I'm never going to do another jigsaw puzzle again. You know, it's like it's on to the next thing, right? So, but we have to do is we have to ask ourselves why. Why are we doing things in a moment? Like tap into that. So I love that you brought that up, Katie. Thanks for bringing that up. Kathy, I am so happy that you are here. She says it feels good being here listening and learning, and I am so grateful that you are hearing this. All right. She also wrote, this is amazing. I did the same thing. I have a poem. I wrote it and it's powerful, right? Words are your friend. Use words to guide your life. If something is showing up in your life that you don't like, don't talk about it. Talk about the opposite. Create that awareness that you're about to say something that's not going to serve you and pivot that. And that is a lot of the work that I do in my manifestation and mentoring programs is I teach people how to do this. So what I'd like to do is I would like to talk to you about some free gifts that I have for you. And tell you, I love all these comments. I love all this interaction. I know I'm going off, but I just can't help it. Jean, love this. I'm releasing weight from my frame versus losing weight because I certainly don't want to find it again. All right. I'm going to tap into that, honey, because there's a little bit of negative energy in there. Okay. So let me tell you how it works. So you can fine tune this. All right. So you said, I don't want to find it again. All right. And so what the universe is hearing is find it again. This is how specific you need to be. So it's not that you're releasing weight is good. You don't have to do anything else. Like it feels so good to be releasing weight. It feels so good to be letting go of what's no longer serving me on my body. It feels good to be getting thinner, leaner, younger, stronger every day. It feels so good to have a body that burns calories without effort. You know what I mean? Hear how different that language is? So you want to create it. So you don't want to do a negative, I don't want this. Because if the universe hears, I don't want debt, you're getting more debt. It's focused on that. The energy is focusing on what you don't want, and it doesn't understand. It's very literal, the universe. It understands yes and love. That's it. Those are the only emotion and words that it understands. So you have to use your words really, really carefully. I'm so glad you wrote that, so I was able to catch that. All right. Yes, Carrie, please replace your worry with wonder. Yeah, this is so great. Thank you guys all for being here and all this feedback. Yes, money, like electricity, is currency, and it's energy, and it has feelings, which is why I wanted you to fall in love with your money a couple weeks ago. Love your money. Bless every dollar you spend. And I could go on and on. You guys, I could fill 24 hours with stories of things I've manifested in my life that when I put it out there, the universe delivered it back to me tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold. Like it is happening all day, every day to you. But so let's create the awareness of it, and let's make some shifts so that you can start manifesting more of the things that you want, and you can get everything that you want without the struggle, just by changing your use of your words. All right. All right. So what I want to do is I want to give you 2 free gifts tonight. I'm feeling so abundant. I'm feeling so generous. All right. First gift is this. I want you to go to, I want you to text the word today, 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 to the number 38470. And what you're going to do is you're going to get, there's going to be a comment in the section here, and you're going to get 4 free gifts of mine, all right? And one of them is called 3 Tips to Get Everything You Want, where I break down all of this for you. It's in writing. I give you the words. I give you the language. You can start implementing this stuff today. Start on it today. That is one of the 4 powerful gifts that I gave you. Another one is Attitude Determines the Outcome. My 30-day challenge on how to have a better today. What a fun way to learn about language and how you're communicating is through that. And then another thing that I want to do is I started doing free coachings and Friday free coachings. And now what we're doing is we're going to put a link up here where you can get a free session with me, and we can talk about what's showing up in your life and things that you want to manifest, things that you want to bring in, because I don't care what it is. You can have a have it all life. You absolutely deserve it. That's what we're all here for. You just got to get out of your own way. And if there's an area that I can help you with and tweak some language, have a conversation with me. I'm more than willing to do that for you. And I'd love to illuminate that for you and make those pivots and shifts for you. So we're going to have a link on here. It's my calendar, the Calendly link, and book a 30-minute session with me, complimentary. It's for free. It's my gift to you. All right. So that's 2 of the free gifts. Now what I want to talk about, if you are in the San Diego area, and even if you're not, if you're in the SoCal area, or you're in driving distance, or you want to get on a plane, I am hosting a very powerful one-day event in San Diego at the Loma Santa Fe Country Club next Saturday, February 23rd, in Solana Beach, and it's called Heal Your Spirit, Mind, and Body. And it's one day to let go of what's holding you back. Now, as a master in manifestation, in healing and intuition, I have aligned myself with 5 other powerful, amazing experts in healing, in intuition, in channeling, in energy, in passion and purpose in this realm. And we're going to take you on the most amazing journey, start to finish, soup to nuts, of letting go what's not serving you anymore, and stuff that's not even yours, that you've picked up generationally, stuff from your inner child that's been anchored there, and on, and to a complete immersion into you and letting that stuff go and opening you up to the life that you deserve. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So seats have been selling fast this week. We're doing a 50% discount this week only. So the value of this one day, and it's at the country club. We've got breakfast for you. We have a beautiful lunch for you, incredible networking opportunities, and it's not a speaking event. We're doing the work. It's valued at over $1,497. Regular ticket price is $497, which at that is a steal of a deal. This week only, $247. That's less money than it costs to have a strategy session with me and any one of the other people. So it's a steal of a deal. If you want to make rapid, massive shifts in your life and you want to do it easily and effortlessly, and if you've been trying things and it's not working, you need to come to this event because it's going to let go of the stuff that isn't even yours, that you don't even need to struggle with anymore. We're going to do the work for you. So we're going to have a link for it right here. Again, it's the Heal Your Spirit, Mind, and Body event, one-day event in Solana Beach, $247 this week only. If you know somebody who could really use this work, please pass the link on to them. Give them this gift as well. All right, so that is our show for this week, all right? So now you have this empowerment to use your words wisely, do the replacement process, do the person I used to be process, act as if, use that process, and so many other things. So don't forget to download your free gifts, and I will see you next time on I Have Today. I want to say I love you madly. Take care. Bye-bye.